There. Action.
I can't act with this.
So, here we are, the lads. Going to talk about Extras, the cracking new sitcom. Not a fan?
It was alright.
Not as good as The Office, in your opinion?
I didn't like The Office much.
I thought it was overrated, to be honest, but... you know,
Extras.
Extras.
I will unleash hell.
Well, it was pretty daunting prospect with people saying it's the difficult second album. But the thing about the difficult second album is, it's not the album that's difficult, it's all the people that like the first thing you did that are difficult. I think the only way you can avoid the difficult second album syndrome is to make sure your first album's not very good.
Yeah. Whereas ours was a blinder, you know, in a lot of people's opinions. Not ours, but, you know, certainly the Golden Globe boys liked it.
the Golden Globes.
And the BAFTA cats.
Yeah, the old RTS dudes.
Yeah.
They thought it was wicked.
High five, mate, for all those awards.
Could you see me?
Yeah, definitely did.
Excellent. We'll get out before that fat little extra gets his face in. Yep.
It was never meant to be a satire, an indictment of modern-day film and TV. That was just a backdrop. Rather like the backdrop of The Office was selling paper, it was more about relationships, and so was this. This is about, you know, people's struggle and getting on and ego and desperation.
You haven't even been in the bill, have you?
I don't want to be in the bill.
You haven't even been in the bill.
Listen, I don't want to be in the bill.
Have you ever been in Casualty?
Yeah.
The TV show Casualty.
Oh, well, no, but...
There was a couple of different ideas we were toying with, but whilst we still had a certain cachet from the Office, it seemed silly not to be able to use that. And the idea of using the stars was never like to try and be kind of really sort of in-jokey and let's pat ourselves on the back for having some showbiz mates. It was just to try and add as much realism to the world as possible. And because you already had a perception of who they were, because you thought you knew them from tabloids or whatever else, then you could play with the image they already had, and it was like a shortcut to comedy. You could get straight in, and they were sort of funny, hopefully.
Well, that was the important point. We were getting them because they came with a certain amount of baggage that we could deconstruct. And, you know, you notice they all play sort of twisted versions of themselves.
You are guaranteed an Oscar if you play a mentor.
We had a list of people we wanted to approach who we knew were fans. Whenever sort of an A-list celebrity said in the press, oh, their favourite show is The Office, we made a mental note and we thought, oh, we'll call them one day and they can put their money where their mouth is. And we did, and they all said yes.
Tell him Uncle Sam's in town.
First day of filming was Sam Jackson. We had him for one day. And we actually weren't in production, so we had to start production a month early. We had to build the set, get Sam Jackson over, get all the crew and cast together for one day, do the day with Sam Jackson, and then pack it all away for a month.
And it was kind of confusing because it was like a fake movie. It meant that there was a fake film crew, fake catering, fake lights, fake directors, everything. And it was quite confusing. We hadn't met our crew before, so we didn't know who was fake, who was real.
I kept getting fooled by the fake catering, didn't I?
Yeah, I know. You were even eating the fake donuts.
The props.
The fake tea.
But they tasted the same. They were just, apparently they're a few days old.
Although I have to say that working with the fake Ricky Gervais was an absolute joy. It was much easier to work with than the real one. Yeah. I'm looking forward to... I'm actually working on a project with him at the moment.
Oh, good.
So it's really good.
I know you're married, but if you wanted to, you could be having like a rat up a drain pipe. It was so funny. I've never seen a cast and crew just so quiet and respectful as when someone said, Mr. Jackson's on his way down from his dressing room, and he came down with his people, and everyone was silent, like a room full of 100 people just silent, and we were really quiet and everything. We didn't know what to do, you know. And then Sam Jackson just bent down to tie up his shoelace, and it just took for about 30 seconds. Everyone was still quiet, just waiting for him to finish. And I thought I'd break the ice, and I went, I can't believe he ties his own shoelaces. And he said, I'm slumming it. People laughed.
Yeah. Nervously, but they
Nervously, yeah. And then it was fine.
Are you happy with that?
And a wide and we're done. We had him for one day, which we thought was mad, which we thought was to be so tight. And because he came along, we told him basically where to sit. He knew the words. He did it in one take. I mean, he did it in one take, but, I mean, it was perfection.
Tell them Uncle Sam's in town.
That's great. That's perfect. We got that. Yeah, that's
And we laughed and went, oh, just do it again? We didn't know what to say.
Yeah, because he is the most professional person I've ever worked with. But then, of course, I've only ever really worked with you. And that's not really any... You know, that doesn't really count.
No, but I mean,
Like-
but when you get two professionals, like me and Sam together,
Yeah.
it's...
Sparks fly.
It's quick.
Yeah.
It's quick work. That's the sort of people I'm hanging around with now. It's not just a one-off. I mean, we've known each other for ages.
Let me tell you.
Anyway, let's go to
I
that
thank
place
him
we
for
always
this
go to.
opportunity, you know? I mean, it's like, he always told me that when he made it, he was going to pull me up behind him. Here I am,
Thank
man
you.
of his word.
Sam Jackson. For mates, just normal mates, friends.
Look at that.
I know all
Got it
that.
all going on.
Rick, are you all right, mate? You got,
Well, no, I'm carrying on.
struggling there, aren't you?
Yeah, because they're falling through. I'm trying to carry all my pens and pencils around, but they keep sort of going through my fingers and
It's
everything.
really weird you should say that, actually, because I think I might have the solution for you right
What?
here.
What?
Well, what about like a little sort of pencil case that... I mean, I don't know if...
Will
you
that
wanna
work?
Well, I mean, have a go. I don't know.
No.
What goes in there? They say... Well, that seems to be working a treat. I don't know.
That is perfect.
Is that better
perfect.
for you?
Well, yeah, but how much is this? About £1,000, I imagine, is it?
No.
Just
I mean,
just a few
couple
quid.
Just a couple of quid.
So that's brilliant value as well.
Yeah,
and
great
it solves
value.
the problem of.
If you've got a lot of loose pens, then just pop them in there.
Wow.
We asked 100 people, will Les Dennis ever hang on to a bird? Our survey said... We asked 100 people, do you want to go out tonight and watch Les Dennis in Panto? Our survey said...
After we'd done our 1 day of filming with Samuel Jackson, then we went away, and a month later we came back and we reconvened at Wimbledon Theatre, and we filmed with Les Dennis, who
It's a joy, wasn't it?
was an absolute pleasure.
So funny. So funny.
And so willing to just throw himself in, 100%. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah, the stuff we were doing, you know, about him and his life and that, and he was making things worse for himself. He was coming up with other stuff
Adding
that we
bits
didn't know
in.
about.
Yeah.
No, it was absolutely great. Apart from me having to dress up as a genie.
Blimey, what a big puff!
Cheeky.
Now I don't like even putting on, you know, a bit of
Clothes.
yeah, a wig out of the question. I hate